Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. And today we're gonna be doing a 24-hour readathon again. You guys can tell I love filming these videos because I feel like whenever I get in a little bit of like, not even like a rut, when I realize I'm really behind on my TBR, I'm like, 24-hour readathon, done, then we're fine. Since we're off of break and we're back to regular schedule at work, it's gonna be a weekend one where we're not going to do straight, obviously, because I can't handle that right now. It's Friday night, we're gonna start tonight, hopefully get like 4 to 6 hours done tonight. It'd be like perfect. So I do have some plans for Saturday and some errands to run on Sunday. So hopefully then if I take a little bit off the top tonight, it can help balance it out for the next 2 days, but we'll see. The TBR for this one's kind of fun because it's kind of like random. It's all like the standalones that were on my TBR for this month. And it's fun because they're all different genres. It's gonna be kind of like some fun variety going on. I'm very excited. There's 5 physical books I want to read and then 1 I have on Kindle Unlimited that I'm really excited about. And like 3 of them are sub 300 pages or like just like hovering around 300. 1 in this pile is 400, 1's 500, and I'm pretty sure the one on KU is like 3 to 4. So we might read actually all 6 of these because I tend to read at a pace of like 100 to 120 pages an hour. So if I finish all these, I will pick up Elantris and keep reading that because I'm about 300 pages away from finishing that book. So we'll see. Probably one of these will be a audiobook as well. Not sure which one I'll choose yet, but one of them will be audio. So Straight Out Strong, my best friend really wants me to read a Sally Rooney book, so she gave me a conversation with friends to pick up and read. It kind of scares me. I've heard she uses no quotation marks. She told me to get used to it though, and it's not that big of a deal. But in case that's false, this one might be, if I'm reading it and I'm not really vibing with it physically, I might just do the audiobook and try to go back and forth or listen to the audiobook while reading it. This one's like just over 300, so it's perfect length for this. If I like this book by her, I also do have Normal People on my Kobo as well that I got one time during like a 1 or 2.99 sale, so we'll see how that one goes. Next we have The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center. I'm really excited about this one. I read Hello Stranger in my last 24-hour readathon and I really enjoyed it, and The Bodyguard was a 5-star for me, so I'm really excited to get into this one. Then we have one that I wasn't really sure I was going to pick up, but I found it at Value Village and I heard really great things about it. This one is Ink Blood Sister Scribe. It's like a fantasy novel, and I'm pretty sure like when I read it, I'm like, that sounds like everything I'd love. It goes in a spellbinding debut novel. 2 estranged half-sisters tasked with guarding their family's library of magical books must work together to unravel a deadly secret at the heart of their collection. Are you kidding me? Perfect. I'm actually very excited for this. I'm pretty sure it is going to be a series. If I understood correctly, I think there's another book coming out. Hopefully soon. It might just be a standalone, who knows? But I'm excited for this. The last ones are both Book of the Month books. So the first one is my December one. I chose Homeseeking by Carissa Chen. And this one looks really good. This one is a bit of a chonker. It's 500 pages. At once epic and intimate, Homeseeking is a story of family, sacrifice, and loyalty, and of the power of love to endure beyond distance and beyond time. Sounds very interesting. I thought the cover was like really unique and cool. And I'm pretty sure it's up for the best book for Book of the Month. I'm pretty sure it's one of the options you can pick. So we'll see if I like it. And lastly, this is the add-on I got in my January box. It's another sub 300 book, and it is A Sea of Unspoken Things by Adrienne Young. I read an Unmaking of June Fair last year and rated it 5 stars. I was obsessed with that book and loved it. So I'm very excited to get into this one. It is like short. I know it's like a story about twins, I'm pretty sure, like their connection. A woman investigates her twin brother's mysterious death while confronting the ghost of her own haunted past. Sign me up. Done. And the last book I really want to read is an indie author I keep seeing pop up on my free page on TikTok. I think it's like Alison Spica, such as her last name is pronounced. Her newest book just came out called The Trip Switch. Sounds super interesting. I do want to pick one up and see if I like her writing, just because I think she has 6 books out in KU now. So if I am enjoying them, I can pick them up as like a little like romance fix when I need one, you know? Alright friends, and like I said, if I finish these, we'll go to Elantris. It's like a pretty like fun stack, I think, to be honest. Like not what I typically read. Like I feel like normally when I do 24 readathons, it's like thick fantasy books. But I made a point of doing these like all books that weren't really in series because I am doing next week a finishing series in the middle of the video. So these 4 were my January TBR. This one just came in the mail, but I'm really excited about it. And then Trip Switch, I'm just very excited about. It got released about a week or 2 ago now, I think. So I'm gonna go in my room, get comfy, pick a book. I don't know which one I want to start with, to be honest, and start the timer. Saturday, and I feel like in true fashion of how much of our readathons start whenever I start on a Saturday, I did not get as much reading done as I initially planned. I want to read like 4 hours minimum and I only read for 2. I got to 22 hours and 4 minutes. That's because we went to my little cousin's hockey game and we were gonna go and then come right back home. Then we ended up going over to my cousin's place and just doing a little like impromptu pizza and game night. And obviously I'm never going to complain about extra family time. It was lovely. And so obviously I love that and I had a lot of fun. I didn't get home till like midnight. So like they've made jokes before being like, oh, I don't be out till midnight. And then we indeed were. We had a lot of fun. And so when I came home, I think we were for like 20 minutes. I was going to read a little bit longer. I couldn't do much, but I did make it to page 245 in, what's the name of this book? Ink Blood Sister Scribe. The plan now is my boyfriend wants to go to this store. It's about like an hour drive from us and pick something up and then come back. So I think while we're on the drive, I'm going to listen to my audiobook to hopefully get another like 1 to 1.5 hours done while I'm driving. And that should probably finish this book off, to be honest. Because I think when I looked at the audiobook, there was like 5 hours left in it. I normally listen at 2 to like 2.5 times the speed. So I'm pretty sure if I do that, it'll be about, you know, like 2 hours. Yep, chapter 22, there's 5 hours and like 20 minutes left. So I don't probably be able to finish it, but I'll get mighty close. And then come back, we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming with the reading. But hopefully I'll finish it or get really close on the drive. I finished Ink Blood Sister Scribe and we have 19 hours and 57 minutes left on the clock. So that one took me 4 hours and 3 minutes to read, pretty much on the nose. I'll go back and forth. I don't know if I want to do a See Even Spoken Things or the rom-commers next. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. But I'm going to pick and get back to you guys. I'm going to give all like full star ratings and thoughts at the end. But I'm thinking that one is about like a 4-star in and around. We'll see if that changes. But which one am I reading next? I think about doing one of the hardcovers to get a hardcover out of the way. You know, because a hardcover is a hardcover. And then doing saving my Kindle book definitely for tonight when I'm reading late at night. But thinking maybe this one. Friends, we're reading for just about an hour. We just hit under 19 hours. It's at 18 hours and 59 minutes. I read 125 pages, so I'm like right around that halfway point. I haven't done this one so far. I'm not sure I like it quite as much as the Unmaking I'm doing for right now, so I don't think I really had 5-star feelings for that book until like the last third, to be honest. This is our main character, James, and her twin brother Johnny has just passed away, probably like, kind of mysteriously, back in their hometown that she's been gone for 20 years, I believe. She hasn't been there for. Obviously, she's going back. She's seeing her old friend group, trying to figure out what happened to him and what he was working on when he passed away, because they weren't really in super close contact at the time of him dying. So we're gonna go through that mystery while she also is like, you know, seeing like her one and only love that was back in her hometown, like that kind of whole vibe going on too. I'm doing it so far. It's a short book. It's only 270 something pages, I think. 273 pages is what it is. So it's nice and short. I'll finish this probably in the next like hour and 15 max, and we'll go on to the next read. I do like Adrienne Young's writing, and I always feel bad when I read books fast because I'm like, this author probably spent like months to years making this book. I'm gonna devour it in 2 hours, but how it's gonna be. Alright guys, I'm really sorry the past 3 updates have come from this exact angle, but it's because I truthfully have not moved. That's like 3 hours been lying here, so we'll switch locations eventually. Not now though. The clock just hit below 17 hours. I did finish A Sea of Unspoken Things by Adrienne Young. I will say this one was I don't think it's quite a 5-star. I think it's a 4.5 most likely. My thing with this is I did not know, like I like going to books pretty blind. Like I knew the whole like spiel, like the twin thing and all that. My thing was I didn't know this was a mystery. Like her last book had elements of magical realism in it, so that was gonna be the case in this one as well, and it wasn't. This was more just like a mystery. Like there was like 2 kind of reveals at the end. I didn't guess either of them. but I'm not sure it's quite a 5. I think it was a 4.5, but it was very, very well done. I love her writing. I just get about 80 pages into the rom-commers. I'm on page 88 currently. It's so funny already. I love Catherine Sender's writing, just like how she builds characters and situations and scenarios. I rated The Bodyguard a 5-star. That was like a very unexpected 5-star for me. And then I rated Hello Stranger a 4, I believe. 2 screenwriters, one who's like very amateur and one who's like a big hotshot in LA. And pretty much her ex-boyfriend is her agent for her writing. Very like interesting. Well, I guess it's not ex-boyfriend, it's like her ex-fling from back in the day. And turns out he also manages this very famous screenwriter. And pretty much he messages her and he's like, hey, I need you to come out and fix the screenwrite that he wrote because he tried writing a rom-com and it's awful. And that's like what she specializes in. And pretty much when she gets out there, she realizes it's kind of like a setup. Like he has no idea that she's coming. The ex-person trying to like push her onto him, be like, no, like she can help you, just let this happen. Very like entertaining and funny so far, and I am really enjoying it, so I'm excited to see where it goes. It's currently 2:53. We're gonna take a bit of a break to watch a movie, I think, just to give my eyes a bit of a break from a physical book. I'm gonna film a little read with me tonight as well, a little half-hour one, either with the rom-commers or with a conversation with friends. To post. I was seeing there's like the cozy little read with me's where it's like can actually like body double somebody with like some nice music. And obviously I'm doing 12-hour readathon, so I'm reading like a bunch and just like straight through it now, so I think it's a good time to film it. But yeah, I'm really hoping at this rate we can get the clock under 10 hours tonight. I think we can. Even with this movie break, if I just keep going, we'll probably get underneath 10 hours. I'm not gonna say that though, whenever I actually say I'm gonna get under a certain amount of hours, I never do. But I think we're doing very good for today so far. That means we're already at like 5 hours done today, and it's like 2:30, so we're doing good. Finished the rom-commers. The clock is at 15 hours and 4 minutes. I'm getting all set up to start a little reading sprint right now, about 30 minutes. I'm gonna film and put up on my account for just kind of like a 30-minute little read with me. I'm really excited about it. But so I kind of have like 5-star feelings about most of this book, to be honest. I really, really love the story. And then the ending, I'm not sure of yet. I can't tell if I like enjoyed it or it was kind of annoying, to be honest. It was what I thought it was going to be, but then they changed it a little bit. I can't really say without spoiling anything, obviously. It kind of just like made the ending a little bit iffy to me. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like I was very happy with the ending. Like it was good the way it turned out, but like they led me on a little bit, you know? That means now we are starting Conversations with Friends. It's a book I'm gonna start reading in this little reading sprint. I'm gonna read for 30 minutes on here, so I'm hoping it'll get me to page like 50 to 60 depending. I've never read a Sally Rooney book, and I have heard obviously she uses no quotation marks, the biggest thing, so it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how fast I pick up on her dialogue, or if I even do. But my best friend has read a couple of her books and really wanted me to read this, so she lent me her copy of it, so we are going to give it a go today. At 15 hours and 4 minutes left on the clock, we're gonna see how many books we finish today, because this one we're doing pretty good, honestly. All right guys, I finished filming my read with me. I'm at 14 hours and 1 minute, so pretty much even. It is 8 o'clock at night, and I got to page 122. I totally lost my place though, but I was here 122, chapter 15. I'm enjoying it so far. Definitely wasn't as hard as I thought it was to get over the quotation marks. I sometimes find myself backtracking a little bit if I don't realize that it was a conversation. I'm like, but just a good job. Like pretty much like it's always like, it's hard to describe, but like it starts a line if it's dialogue is what I've kind of picked up on. So I kind of try to go with that. Since it's 8 o'clock, I definitely think I can get it below 10 hours today, because I will read a little bit past midnight, probably like 1 or 2. I'll probably open and end drink shortly, take me through a little bit. If I can get like I can get anything below 10, I'm very, very happy with, because typically going to my last day I have at least 12, so if I can get it under 10, I'll be very, very excited. And we're probably gonna go back to my room now / cave to keep reading, because it's a favorite place to read. So we're not even halfway, we've already read 3 books. That's really good actually. And this book is really short. Like I'm almost already halfway, like not quite, but I'll finish this book probably in the next like hour and a half and a bit. So before the halfway mark, we'll have finished 4 books. That's good. Hey guys, I apologize if it's a perfect angle, but I did just finish Conversations with Friends. I have just over 12 and a half hours left on the timer, so I've officially finished 4 books before the halfway point. This one definitely I found interesting. I'll say it kind of gave me the same vibes. And no, they're not too similar, but it gave me the kind of same writing style and vibes as Adelaide that I read last year. I forget who that's by. One thing I will say is the entire time I was reading this, all I could think about was Joe Alwyn, because my friend told me that he plays Nick. So that's all I was imagining the entire time was Joe Alwyn. I'm gonna say about a 4-star, I think. We're gonna go with that. Could go a little bit higher depending if I like sit and marinate on it more and I enjoy it. It's definitely a very complex story. Like, I remember when I was about halfway, I was feeling very like one way about it, and then I got towards the end, I kind of like not like accept it more, but I was kind of like, okay, I understand it is a complex situation, but definitely like kind of like angered me throughout the entirety of it. But not mad that I read it. But now, problem is, we're gonna be able to finish another book tonight because I want to read on my Kindle now. I was gonna pick up Trip Switch by Alison Spica. She's an author I keep seeing on TikTok. She's an indie author. And she has 6 books out now, so I want to give one of her romances a try to see if I enjoyed her writing. And this is kind of like a travel romance thing. It's really fun, so I want to pick that one up. But it's only 288 pages. So I'm going to finish it in probably the same thing, like 2.5 hours. Which would take me to the end of the night. If I hit like 10 hours, I'd be right on. But honestly, if I can go a little bit longer, I'll go a little bit longer because it's only 9:30. So like, we can probably go to like at least 1. So I do have one of these guys we're gonna bust out. I have my obnoxiously sized Wicked cup. It's gonna take up half of this. But I usually put my drinks into cups. I'm drinking them out of cans. But so I'm just gonna slowly start sipping on this, and I'm going to get started with this one. Cozy spot. You guys know this. I love my bed. Listen, it's my place. The clock has 11 hours and 26 minutes left. Let's do it. Honestly, it's been a while. I am 130 pages into Trip, which I'm actually really enjoying this. I am such a travel nerd. I love it so much. This whole like little works with you. Which is they were supposed to go on a trip. Like I said, Allison now has 6 books out on KU, so I'm excited I can just binge them all. Now she's working on book 7 too, so luckily I can tell. So I woke up at like 6:13. I remember exactly. So I was like, what time is it? And I paused this. And doing that math, I know I was awake past 1 still. Like, I know it for a fact. I was like, oh, it's 1 o'clock. I hit that. I was doing really good. I also made it 154 pages into Heartless Hunter. And I remember seeing the clock. I remember looking and seeing it at 8:55 and being like, okay, I made it past 9 hours. That's really good. So no, I was at least at 8:55. I read 154 pages. Last book finished at 10:08. 10 hours and 8 minutes. So I'm guessing I did get to like 8:55, 8:50 and then fell asleep. And that's all I did last night. I'm going to go out on a limb and put the clock back to 8 hours and 55 minutes just because I'm not sure how much longer I even lasted besides that. But I know for sure I at least made it there. So I'm going to do 8:55. So we're going to start this back on. I'm going to pause it. That's where we're going to be at for today. That's the timer for today. Books are today. Dare I say, Trip Switch might be a 5-star for me, which I did not expect at all. And it's mostly just because I love traveling. It's so much fun. And it was just so like reminiscent and gave me like all the good vibes of like when I travel, and I loved it so much. I love the characters, I love the dialogue, the spice wasn't cringy, everything was just great. And honestly, like, it's just such a good feeling when you find an indie author that you love that much. I'm like, wow, yes, this is good. And she has a backlist that I can read, so I'm super, super excited. I'm reading Crimson Moth and it's really good. The only thing I'm really annoyed by though, I'm not sure if it's just my copy of this book or not, is I can't just click to the next page. Something pops up that says like a footnote preview. So every single time I have to like make sure I actually swipe to the next page. Even going back, it does the same thing. I'm not sure why it's doing it. It's really annoying though. This one's like a romantic scene. It's about a witch and witch hunter, which is really funny. It's giving me Serpent and Dove. I think that's right. Serpent and Dove is witch hunter. I'm pretty sure. It's giving me those same kind of vibes. I'm really enjoying it. What's really funny about this book, why I picked this one up, is this author is actually very close to like where I'm from. They're from the same area, so they came here on their last tour for this book. I didn't know. It's like the day after they left. I was like, I would have gone if I had known they were here. And now she's planning on coming again, like near where I am, for Rebel Witch. So I want to read this so that I can sign up for the Rebel Witch event and go, because I'm so excited. I'm reading this. I am really, really enjoying it so far. The writing is super easy to get into. Like I said, I was so tired last night and I was still like easily absorbing everything and I was doing okay. So the goal for today, I have 9 hours left pretty much. I can easily finish this and probably Homeseeking, because Homeseeking is a 500-page book, but I think still in 9 hours I can finish both of these, because this book has like, I think it's 400 pages, so it's like 250 pages left. So like 2 hours pretty much, and then 5 hours for Homeseeking, or a little bit less. And then from there I won't start a new book probably, because I won't be able to finish it, or I'll be cutting it very close. I'll probably just finish Elantris for real then after that point. But we're gonna finish 7 or 8 books in this reading vlog, which is really good, so I'm very happy. I'm so sorry about this mix up. It used to happen every single reading vlog. I would never pause it, and I've gotten so much better at it. I'm reverting back to my old ways. I'm so sorry. We do have some things on the agenda for today. It makes me kind of nervous about finishing this, but we have to do groceries. I have to edit my video that's going up today. It's like it's like a read with me. I should put like a timer on it and do some simple editing for it. And then it is the Bills play today. My boyfriend's a big Bills fan, so we're gonna go to his parents' house and watch that game. But I think I can do this. 9 hours, not too bad. I would definitely might use some audiobook today if I need to, but I have high hopes I can finish this. So let's cross our fingers. Alright friends, couple things to discuss here. Clock is at 4 hours. On page 264 of Homecoming already. I'm over halfway through. I said Homecoming, it's Homeseeking. First off, going back to Heartless Hunter, I think it's 5-star. I think it's 5-star. Literally the ending, the amount of plot twists and betrayal that happened in those last like 100 pages was insane. It makes me so happy because I said the author is like literally like from right near where I'm from, and now I get to go to her signing for Rebel Witch and we'll read that as soon as it comes out. I'm really excited. It's good so far. It's a kind of like not a then and now timeline. Pretty much there's like every chapter is a different timeline, and they're alternating. In the one it's like 2008, which is present time, and then every other chapter is like leading up to that point. So like this one's like December 1981. It's pretty much like this like story of like these people's relationships over the course of like the 6 decades, going on while they navigate their home life and what's happening in their country, and navigating moving to the US and how that's been as well. Like 220 pages left. So I finished this in under 2 hours. I'm hoping to have this one done by, definitely have it done before the 2.5 hour mark. And I think that might be enough time, probably not for me to finish Elantris, but at least get further into it. I don't want to start another book at that point, because I probably could if I chose a short enough book, but that means I would have read 8 books, because this would be my 7th. I think I just finish Elantris and be fine with that. Okay, so just home from the Bills winning, and we do have 17 minutes left on the clock, so let's just finish off this readathon, shall we? It's like 10:50 at night. I'm just not gonna finish Elantris because I'm 81% of the way through. I'll probably have like 120 pages left, so I think I'll finish it tomorrow and then do this outro tomorrow so I can include that in it.